everyone, we will announce the world's one and only real-time chart, HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart starting now. This is your host, Joe. If you are curious about K-pop album sales, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. And this is the results of the third week of September's weekly physical album chart results. And we'll go ahead and take a look, starting from the 10th place. The 10th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of third week of September was taken by VAV. Their new album, Made for Two, was sold 5,942 copies in the last week. This album's title track is also called Made for Two, and this is also the album that would be presented by VAV as a full group before one of the members, Baron, is going into the military service. And the song has a very dreamy concept and also somewhat emotional and also masculine at the same time. So I think it is a song that really goes well with the VAV's concept so far, and good luck to Baron with his military service. And that was in the 10th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of third week of September. VAV's Made for Two was sold 5,942 copies in the last week. Moving on to the 9th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. In the 9th place is Ace. Their album, HJZM, The Butterfly Fantasy, was sold 6,230 copies in the last week. You know, this album has been doing very well in the weekly physical album chart in general, and this week it also placed 9th. And their latest news is that there's a challenge called Favorite Boys Challenge. As you know, the title track is called Favorite Boys, and in Korean is Dokkaebi, which means goblin. So there is two hashtags going on, Goblin Challenge as well as Favorite Boys Challenge, and a lot of fans are participating on this challenge as well. And that was in the 9th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. Ace, The Butterfly Fantasy, that was sold 6,230 copies in the last week. Moving on to the 8th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of third week of September. The 8th place was taken by Kang Daniel. His album Magenta was sold 6,325 copies in the last week. As you know, Kang Daniel has a very amazing physique, so he serves as amazing models in photo shoots as well. And he recently had a photo shoot with a magazine and showed a very beautiful makeup that goes really well with the fall weather. So this is, I guess, third week of September is fully fall, and Kang Daniel's photo shoot really became a big topic among the fans. That was in the 8th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of the week of September, Kang Daniel's Magenta, that was sold 6,325 copies in the last week. This weekly physical album chart result is brought to you by HANTEO Chart, the world's one and only real-time music chart. And if you are enjoying this broadcast or interested in learning about K-pop album sales, please subscribe to this channel and also like this video. Moving on to the 7th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. The 7th place was taken by Taemin. His new album, Never Gonna Dance Again Act 1, was sold 8,810 copies in the last week. And his latest news is that on the YouTube channel, he has a little segment called Taemin Became a Role Model Again. And on that video, he held a sort of a short lesson on how to do a performance for his title track Criminal with NCT's Jeno and Mark. And that was a very cute moment of the SN Entertainment's artists interacting with each other, and also learn a little bit more about the behind stories of making the performance of the title track Criminal. And that was in the 7th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. Taemin's Never Gonna Dance Again Act 1 was sold 8,810 copies in the last week. On the 6th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September is On and Off. Their album Spin-Off was sold 9,498 copies in the last week. And On and Off's latest news is that on September 4th, there was a first online concert of all the WM Entertainment's artists that came together. And On and Off, as one of the artists of WM Entertainment, did amazing performance and also did a cover stage of their senior singer, B1A4, as well. So a lot of the fans enjoyed the concert very much. And that was in the 6th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. On and Off Spin-Off that was sold 9,498 copies in the last week. And this weekly physical album chart result is brought to you by HANTEO Chart, the world's one and only real-time music chart. And since this album chart is based on the album sales that's been automatically collected from all over the world, if you have purchased an album last week in order to support your artist, that album sales has counted towards this week's album chart results. Moving on to the 5th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. The 5th place was taken by Wonho. His album Love Synonym No. 1, Right For Me, was sold 12,695 copies in the last week. And he is also another artist who's gonna hold a solo online concert very soon. So he released a teaser image of that. And obviously, because a lot of fans have been waiting for his comeback and obviously his solo performance as well, very much looking forward to the event. And that was in the 5th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. Wonho's Love Synonym No. 1, Right For Me, that was sold 12,695 copies in the last week. Moving on to the 4th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. The 4th place was taken by Super Junior D&E. Their album, Bad Blood, was sold 13,090 copies in the last week. And they have recently released a performance version music video of the title track, Bad. I think now at this point, it's sort of a significant, a trademark almost of SM artists to release a performance version of the music video. I think fans love it because you can sort of see how the performance is done very closely and intimately as well in this music video. And that was in the 4th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. Super Junior D&E's Bad Blood, that was sold 13,090 copies in the last week. In the 3rd place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September, the 3rd place was taken by Fromis9. Their new album, My Little Society, was sold 26,521 copies in the last week. I believe the Flovers, the fan of Fromis9, have been waiting for such a long time for their comeback, and this is in fact their comeback after a year and 3 months. And I think the title track, Feel Good, of this album is very characteristic of Fromis9. Shows very bright energy, and that's still there after a year and 3 months. It's very, just like the title track, makes you feel good. And that was in the 3rd place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. Fromis9's My Little Society, that was sold 26,521 copies in the last week. This weekly physical album chart result is brought to you by HANTEO Chart, the world's one and only real-time music chart. If you're enjoying this broadcast or interested in learning about music sales, please subscribe to this channel and also like this video. And in the 2nd place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September is Moonbin and SANHA of Astro. Their album In Out was sold 47,898 copies in the last week. And if you are a fan of Astro, you probably know that Moonbin and SANHA is the first unit of this group, and the weekly sales of 47,898 copies was also the initial Chorong sales amount, which is the sales amount in the first week since the release. And the concept of this album is that these two members are becoming a therapist of yours and makes the bad memories to fade out and good memories to fade in. Hence, I'm supposing the album title is called In, Out. And the title track is called Bad Idea. And if you watch the music video, it shows the various, I guess, sort of suppressed slightly, but still very sexy concept. And in the first week of the promotion, they have changed into a lot of different outfits and became a huge topic among the fans as well. And two members before the debut with this unit, they really worked out hard in order to show off their physique, and I think it really paid off because a lot of fans are really enjoying watching them performing on the stage, and very excited to see their remaining promotion as well. And that was in the second place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of the week of September. Moonbin and SANHA of Austria, their album In Out, that was sold 47,898 copies in the last week. And we're only left with the top one of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of the week of September. And the first place was taken by Stray Kids. Their new album, In Life, was sold 233,381 copies last week. And this album is a repackaged album of the first studio album, which was called Go Life, and that sort of rhymes with this new album called In Life. And this weekly album sales, which was 233,381 copies, was also their initial Chodong sales as well. And this is almost the twice amount compared to the previous album of Go Live, which was sold 127,930 copies in a single week. So this is their new initial Chodong sales record as well. And the title track is called Backdoor, and this song is known for the fact that the members really looked forward to the release of this song. And the fans are also giving a review that this song is even, I guess, even stronger in terms of performance compared to the God's Menu, which was the title track of the previous album as well. And the song itself, obviously, like the members anticipated, it's very exciting and also talks about like inviting the fans into this stage. So if you, for whatever reason, haven't given a listen already, please do so, and also watch the music video as well. And that was in the first place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of the week of September. Stray Kids, In Life, that was sold 233,381 copies in the single week. And that was all the artists and the albums in the top 10 of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of their week of September. Congratulations to all the artists and the fans. And if you're curious about how many new albums will be released in the next week and rank high up in the weekly physical album chart, please check out the app called Whosfan, our app. And there you can check the weekly album sales as well as the real-time sales. So if you have an artist who's making a comeback in the few weeks or days, check it out and follow the performance of your favorite artist's album sales as well. And there are a lot of fun events and voting going on Whosfan, so definitely check that out as well. And that's everything that we have this week. Thank you for watching, and this was your host, Jo. See you again next week with a more fun K-pop news and the weekly physical album chart result as well. Bye everyone!